Hello everyone and welcome back to tomorrow's weather today. Today we have a severe weather update for you as we have an enhanced risk for the northern plains in South Dakota, North Dakota, and a little bit of Nebraska. There's a slight risk in Montana all the way down to Utah and Colorado and back up to Canada. And a marginal risk extending down to New Mexico all the way to western parts of Minnesota. Now we have three areas of marginal risk elsewhere. One in the northeast, um, damaging winds, hail, the threats there. Mid-Atlantic, small risk, and then down here in Florida and the Gulf states. This is actually tropical storm Cristobal related. As bands start to move on shore, they will be sheared, and a quick spin up of a tornado cannot be ruled out. Looking at tornado probabilities, we have a 2% chance risk in the Gulf states with a 5% chance up in South Dakota, 2% down in Colorado and Utah. Wind 5% everywhere, and then a 30% chance with significant severe in South Dakota and a 15% with significant severe in Colorado. Hail 30%, a small area of 30% chance, but a large area that is significant severe, and a second area of 15%. Large to very large hail and a couple of tornadoes are possible, severe wind gust. So taking a look at the HRRR model, this is 14Z. This is the 13Z run. Let's see if the 14Z is out. I believe it is. There's only 2 hours, so it doesn't do us any good. But moving this ahead, you can see storms starting to fire down in Nebraska. Maybe some hail with these storms, but definitely some storms firing in Nebraska. Moving it ahead, some storms getting going on the border of North and South Dakota, and then a line of storms starting to develop in southern South Dakota. Zero Z, I forget what time Zero Z is out here. I believe it's 6 p.m., but let me double check. This is Mountain Time, I believe. If it's Mountain Time, then it's 6. I forget. If it's Central Time, then it's 7 p.m. I forget where the Central switches over to Mountain, but it's either 6 or 7. Moving this ahead even more, storms get going. This is definitely more of a hail and damaging wind threats than tornadoes. So I think honestly today is more of a damaging wind tornado hail threat. I don't really think that we're going to be seeing a lot of tornadoes. Maybe a few, maybe 2 or 3. Um, but looking at the dew points, it is 21Z. All right, so 20Z. Yeah, so let's start at 18Z, which is 12 to 1 p.m. We got some mid-60 dew points for most of South Dakota, and then tapering off into the 50s. So our moist axis is right about here. If we look at theta E, we can see our moist axis even better. Yeah, it's right in here. That's our moisture axis. And our winds are backed out of the south east. So if we take a sounding in more of this deep moisture, 68-degree dew point. So you have nice curvature to the photographs. A lot of shear, 252 to 400. Yeah, our STP is getting up there, around 2 to 3. There's a cap though, and you can see that right here. We have steep low-level lapse rates, 7.6. Decape's a little high, so there's those downdrafts because we do have this drier layer right there. But you can see that nice curvature to the winds there. And we're looking be supercells than classic supercells. Even get some 70s possibly moving up. If we take a look at the 850 millibar winds, yeah, some stronger low-level jet. Yeah, wow. I don't know if this is in front of the storms at the moment. No, it's contaminated, um, so you can't really use that sounding. Going up to 500, yeah, some 60 knot flow. Yeah, that's pretty good for severe weather, especially since it's turning with height. So at the surface, we had winds like that out of the southeast. Then we kind of had more of um, south-southeast, and then going up to 500 millibars coming out of the southwest. Looking at the surface-based cape, the energy in the atmosphere, it's going to be building over the day. There's a storm right there. Let's take one right ahead of that in the 2000s. That's not right ahead of it, apparently. Let's go up here. Marginal tornado, this is definitely elongated. Yeah, good shear. Cap's pretty low. Um, definitely a lot of turning with the winds. Lapse rates are good, and that decape is a little high for tornadoes. And then it tapers off throughout the night. Looking at the capping, yeah, it looks like that there's going to be a cap in place tonight, for the most part. Bulk shear, 0 to 1. Yeah, there's some good areas of 30 knots, 40 knots. That's pretty good for supercells and severe storms. Wow, 59. Wow, I've seen the highest I've seen is 100, and I saw that a few days ago. But this is contaminated. Um, yeah, so looking at the supercell composite the other day, I was seeing some 100s for today, which was just blowing my mind. Yeah, the sounding looks pretty good. A lot of shear. Definitely a large cap. That's the only thing going. Gonna prohibit storms from going. Looking at the significant tornado parameter. Wow, 6.5, 6.9, 7.4. That is crazy. 8.9. There's a 10. I don't know if it's going to show up on the sounding. Yeah, it's not showing up on the sounding because of the storms here. But overall, I do think that today. Oh, one more thing. Let's go to here. Let's go to mesoscale. Um, see our storms that are already there. Surface-based cape, getting up to 6,500 in northern Nebraska. You can see that right there. I can't move my cursor from here, but you can see that 6,500. Um, surface obs as of right now. Um, better moistures down here. You can see 40 to 50 dew points, but it's still 9 a.m., 10 a.m. So that is time to build in supercell composite according to the wrap. Getting pretty high into the 40s. And then significant tornado. Can't really go ahead with that, but you can see it. Let's see this. You can't go ahead. Okay. Oh, LCL height. I wanted to look at that. Right. Surface space LCL. Yeah, LCLs are going to be pretty high. If we go to our reflectivity, I want to take one right here. Yeah, this is also why I don't think we're going to see a lot of tornadoes today, because our LCLs are over 1,000, over 1,500, and you want to see them under 1,000 for tornadoes. So the base, because the LCL is where the base of the storm is, and in order for tornadoes, they need to be lower. Um, take one in southern South Dakota. Again, very high, over almost 3,000. That is extremely high, and that's not conducive for tornadoes. Um, Another reason why I think, like I said, that um, I don't think there's going to be a lot of tornadoes today. So that is it for today's video. Thank you all for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss a new video, and turn on those post notifications. And let me know, what is the most extreme severe weather you've been in, whether that is um, the strongest winds, the largest hail, or even a tornado. And what, if you have experienced a tornado, what was that tornado given on the EF scale or the F scale, depending on when you got it? I would love to know that. Again, thank you all for watching. See you tomorrow.